Now, it's not very easy to understand what makes a character unique or interesting, except throwing around words like depth and intrigue, the layers. Even though some of the most iconic characters are not very layered, they are quite frankly flat. Think about characters like Sherlock Holmes, but I guess, especially in modern times, they seem to be in the minority. Unless we are watching characters for sheer spectacle, we kind of like them to have different twists and turns in what turns their gears. And with Mizu, and in fact the Princess Akemi and a bunch of other characters, both male and female, in Blue Eye Samurai, they are given these layers, I think, beautifully through a reflection of their culture and the time which they are in, which I think is something that people don't really think about when they're writing stories anymore. They just kind of think, for modern audiences, doesn't matter if it's set in 14th century England, just write a quirky character that every millennial to Gen Z can sort of laugh and chuckle at. It doesn't make any sense. You're watering down the actual effects of this character by introducing modern ideals or processes of thinking or talking when they are set in a world that would never have these kinds of things. But first, let's do a quick rundown on what I think makes Mizu interesting as a character, especially given the setting. So we have this clearly strong character, female character, who has been liberated by the fact that she has abandoned her femininity. She has embraced being a man, essentially, in both mind and body, in the way she presents. She's very much like a male samurai of the era, and very not like any other woman of that era. And you have that also set in what we would definitely consider to be an oppressive patriarchal society of 17th century Japan, in the region of Edo. And so maybe she could start a revolution, maybe she could be a freedom fighter, maybe she at least becomes this Robin Hood of women who helps women in their trying times, in these trying times. But she doesn't. Intrigue number one, she doesn't, because she sees that even a small act of kindness is akin to pretending to be a superhero, is akin to playing hero, which will eventually blow her off course and make her quest for revenge harder and slower. She will, without batting an eyelid, walk away from a woman and child who are apparently going to starve because of the oppressive patriarchal standard in that society that says that without a man as a partner, she can't cross between states to sell food. Later on in the show, we see that she will murder a woman who's not really a threat and who is actually suffering at the hands of powerful and evil men if it gets her what she needs. And this particular part of the story shocked me. I really thought that she would maybe attack the head of this ring that has this woman captured. So really, intrigue number two, it's not even that she's left her femininity behind, she's left her humanity behind. She's embraced being an unreal, even as she's aware that this path of revenge would eventually lead to the total consumption of her soul. And so that raises new questions as to why, and the reasons behind why she has chosen to jump off this cliff without any parachute are set up to be interesting, and in some cases actually even relatable. She's such a good character because her pain and struggle and her determination to achieve these goals aren't just overlooked or stated once and then we're just meant to follow along. They are made to be understandable to us. They are used to show rationally how she has left her femininity and her humanity behind, which then creates the problem that I stated in the beginning of this video, which is the case for her being a strong female character, emphasis on the female. It makes the statement for that case very hard.